So students, 10th lecture today I will start PHP MySQL 10th lecture. Last lecture you have studied how to create the database. This one, MySQL, isn't it? So here you learn how to create the database, how to create a table, insert, update, delete. These things we have seen from this lecture. Now from the 10th lecture, how to connect to the database. Okay, how do you connect to the database, that we will learn in this lecture. So basically in this lecture, how do you connect, how do you work with the PHP program and the MySQL program, any database. These are the three options. Either you can go for using this one, MySQLi object oriented, or you can use this one, procedural type of language, or PHP data objects, PDO. So these are the three options to connect your program with the database. Okay, PDO, MySQLi. Into two types are there, MySQLi, object oriented and procedural. So when we connect your PHP program with the database, you have to perform these 5 steps. Okay. So first you write down what is the server name, username, password, database name. Then you try to write the string which will connect to the database. Then use which database you want to work on. After that you write the queries, select star from, or insert query, or update query, or create table query. Then you get the data from the query, display the data, or do some work, whatever you want. Finally close the connection. So open the connection here and close the connection here. So in the middle you are going to perform the operations, insert or update, DML operations. Okay, now see, from PHP 5 version onwards we are going to use this and this. MySQLi, I means this improved version. Okay, improvised version. So PDO means PHP data objects. So two types of methods we have before us to connect to the database. So what are they? We will see. See, you may get the doubt that do I use this one or do I use this one? So if you use this PDO, your program is compatible to connect with different types of databases. Yani, you have many types of databases. You write a program once, your program will work for MySQL, Oracle, Access, PostgreSQL, different types of databases you can connect with. But where to show you? This one. It will connect with different types of databases. So in your company, in your organization, you may use any type of database. Suppose today you are using MySQL. Tomorrow the management say that we don't want MySQL, we want some other database like Oracle. So when you switch the database, you have to change your program. You are writing this program. See, this is the program. For example, this is the program to connect to the database and insert the data. So tomorrow if you are changing the database, your program will not work if you don't use this one, MySQLi or PDO. So if you use PDO, it will work for 12 different types of databases. But whereas this one, it will work only with MySQL. Yani it is compatible with only MySQL database. This one. But this one, it can work with any database, your program. You don't need to change your programs if you are switching the database. So your only thing you have to do is change here. What is the name of the server? What is the username, password and database name? Only this part you can change if you use PDOs. If you use this MySQLi, then you have to change your queries, rewrite the code. So these are the changes you need to do if you go for this one. Okay, so both of them follow object oriented style of programming. Okay. So both are object oriented, but this one is a traditional, also it provides a traditional type of approach. And these two will support prepared statements. So prepared statements, where do we use is when you perform the frequent operations in the database. Every time you are hitting, you are inserting, you are updating bulk huge amount of data into the database, then you go for using this prepared statement instead of normal statement. And also if you use this prepared statements, you can get prevented from SQL injection security attack. So web application security, this is one of the type of attack, SQL injection. Hackers will modify the query. They can send their own data in the query and they try to hack your data. So if you use these prepared statements, it will prevent from this type of attack. So web application security purpose, to prevent this attack, SQL injection, we use these prepared statements. Okay, that is in the PDO, PHP data objects. See, this I told you how many types of databases it supports. These are all the names of the databases. It will work with all things. Only thing what you have to do is change the connection string. This one. What is the server name? What is the port number? Username, password, and database. Then it will work with all these types of databases. PDO supports this many databases. So you don't need to make more changes in your program. Okay. So what method you will use to use this exec and execute method. So if there is no output, use this one. It will tell you if you are trying to update the table, how many number of rows you updated. So that count this will give you. And if you are selecting the data, how many rows you got as an output, this method will give you. It will return the rows. Okay. And use this one, PDO will use prepared statement as I told, which will prevent from the SQL injection attack. So these are the rules you can follow when you are using the PDO type of connection to connect to your database. Example is this one. See, this is a simple example how to connect to the database. You know this What is this? This is a variable, user defined variable, and this one is the name of your server or the IP address. It could be the IP address. Now we have this server running in my local computer. So we give here localhost. So maybe tomorrow it will be in some other location like 10.75.112.133. So you give that IP here or the server name. Okay. So what is the username of your database? What is the password of your database that you can give? Now you are going to use this MySQLi type of connection. See here, you are creating the object is equal to new. This will accept your server name, the username and password. Now you can use this variable to check whether the database is connected successfully or not successfully. Okay. So this is a simple program which will test whether the connection is successful or not successful. If it is not successful, there is a method called die, which will close your connection or which will uh, save the improper way of contacting your database. Die method. So die method will give you what type of error you have with the database if it is not working. Okay. So this is the type of program which we can use to connect to your database. So some programs here, this one. Okay. So what I am doing here, this is my method which I am using. This is my server name, port number, username, password, database. You know this last time I have shown to you this one. This is the database, PHP data. So here I have created this one, XYZ. So here I have these tables, student is this. I want to connect this one. So that's why I use that database name. What is a default username? What is a password? Okay. So now using this connection string, you are checking here what is a connection, whether it is working or not working. So for you to run the program and show lecture 10 DB connection, this one. Okay, so I will run this one and I will show you. So what is this one? DB connection. So localhost port number is 8080 for me. This one for you may be different. Okay, now we are in lecture 10. So the program name MySQL, then DB connection. Okay, now see, when I am running that program. What is the message I am seeing? Database connected successfully. This one I am putting the alert. Okay, if there is any problem, you will see this message. Okay, now database connected successfully. Now you can perform the operations, insert, update, delete, blah blah blah, you can do. Okay, so this is the program, right? So this and this same. You see this one, you can use this one, MySQLi connect, which I am using this one, or you can use this method, MySQLi. So whichever you want, you can go for using that one. Both are same. Only the syntax is different. Only syntax is different here. One is the object oriented, another is the step by step method of executing, procedural. This one. First create the connection, check the connection, close the connection, like that. So methods are this one, MySQLi connect, okay, then this close the connection, and here you have the method name MySQLi, which accepts three parameters. Okay, so this is a simple program. Now making use of PDOs, PHP data objects. So this is the syntax you have. Same program, same logic, only thing the methods are different. So new PDO, see here, this is the syntax change. What is your server name? What is your database name? And your username, password. And this one, it is fixed. You have to set the attribute here. If there is any error, if there is any exception, that is referred in this variable. Okay. So finally, you are making the connection null. If there is any error, one more thing, see PDO. PDO offers try catch block, try and catch, whereas the others you don't have try catch here. So if there is any error, if there is any exception, you can catch that exception and display the message. Why or what is the reason for not connecting to the database? Understand? So that is the advantage you have when you use this one, PHP data objects. Okay. So how many types you have? Three types: MySQLi, MySQLi Connect, and PDO. So three different style of programming. This is the MySQLi, this is the procedural way, and this is the PDO. Okay. So I show you one type of program here. You can follow PDO or MySQLi or this one, MySQLi Connect. Now this is the program. What this program will do is it will create a database. Yani it will create a new database. Like see here how we have uh, here we have this one, no, XYZ. Like this it will create one type of database when you run this program. When you run this program, it will create a database. What is the name of the database? See this one. If everything goes perfectly, this message is displayed. If something error message will be displayed to you. Okay. So I don't need to exercise this, already we have the database. So if you want, you can just copy paste this, save it with a file name, give here localhost, root, password empty, then you can connect this one. So like I will try, but I'm not sure whether it will work or not. Gosh, this is, yeah, I have to change all these things. So So that's why I have the already running executed programs. We have to run those programs instead of changing all these things. Okay, so here localhost colon 3306. This is the port number. Port number you check here. Where is the server? Server port number of database. Sometimes it is different for you if you make changes. So that port number, username root, default username, password blank. Okay, so I guess I'm not sure whether this will work. Save as testdb.php. Okay, I will just try this one. Testdb. It has some problem. Unexpected. This program, this coding is, that's why you follow the one which I show you here. Where is that? This one. We have to make changes in our program here to fix the errors. So always use such type of method to connect to the database, or some more methods which I can show you. This one, PDOs, how to connect with PDO. Here you give what is the port number you have. Okay, so I will show you today how to create, how to select, insert those things. If I take these examples, I think I need to waste a lot of time. Okay, so now how to connect it I have shown to you. Then what I will do is this, they have shown three types of methods. See, this is for PDO to create the database, and this is using MySQLi to create the database, and this is the MySQLi object oriented. So three different ways of writing the program to create database in three different slides. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so next one, create a table. How you can create a table by running the program. Last class we have seen this script. So you can take this script and go here, and you can write the SQL command here. Click this one, it will create a table. So instead of this, you can write a program inside the query. You write this like this. See here, SQL create, this is a string, so that you are going to run. Then it will create your table inside the database. MySQLi, where is it? Come on. Only that one. Okay, so this program, what it will do, it will create this table, but I don't want to use this one. Use either PDO or use MySQLi connect, because sometimes it is not compatible with your database. So for me, for my version of database, this program is working. Which one? This one. This method is working for me, for my MySQL. So maybe if I use PHP new version, this will work. Or this is the old method of connecting. So that's why use appropriate version, appropriate method. So sometimes PDO will work, sometimes MySQLi will work, sometimes MySQLi connect will work. So for me, for my version of this one, this is working. So I use this one, right? For creating the table, you just create this one. So instead of this, you can write any command here, like insert into student, okay, blah 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 values, like this. This is one type of DML command. Or update command, you write the update command here, delete command. So these are the different ways of uh, manipulating your database objects. So they shown to you here how to create a table. So this is the MySQLi and this is the MySQLi connect. Okay, so let me try this one again. If I try, I have to change lot of, so that's why I will go for my no waste of time. So I have the set of programs which are working, so I will use and demonstrate to you that. Okay, now first option what I want you to learn is insert. Okay, so inserting the data into your database. uh, where is that? Okay, now see, I have created one variable name which is the host, username is this one, password is this one, name of the database is this one. Yeah, you have to use for your project, that's why I am showing this one. I will give this once when I finish this one. Okay, so what I am trying to do here is, look, I have this type of page, my site, website. So here I have created one registration page. So here if I type your username, hmm, then I click save, the program is going to save the data to the database. So go and check in the database table. So here I have this database XYZ. So here I have this student. Okay, now this is the value I inserted from the form to the database. So let me try another record. Okay, inserted successfully. Go to the database and check. Okay, see here. So now come to the program. What we are doing in this program, see, this is a simple page. I have this simple page here with where is that? So, form. This is a form. So in this form, what I am taking username, this one, email, this one, mobile number, and city, and one submit button, reset button, two buttons here. So when I click submit, what is the action I am doing? I am going to this page. What is my page now? This page is registration.html, this one. So when I submit this one, I am doing the post operation and I am going to this page. What is a code in that page is PHP code, that in lecture 10 what we are studying. So here, this one. What I am doing now, I am connecting to the database, this one. Instead of these lines, I can view in one line like this. Where is that? Like this. But to make it more understandable manner, so I have put like this. So define your string variables and use those variables here. Pass that variables in this method. So check for the connection. If it is false, yani there is some program, there is a problem with the database. Else display the message, this one. Now I am using this request operator. What is the name I entered in the form? So here what I entered the data. Here what I entered the data. Here what I entered, that I am retrieving here and storing in the local variables. This is my own user defined variables. Get the data from the form, what you type, and store in the 4 different variables: username, email, mobile, city. Now this is your normal operation. Now create one variable, write the database command. This is your database command. Insert into table name. What is the columns you are inserting, and what is the data? So here is your data. So values, this is the variable which contain the data what you entered in the form. This is the variable which you have entered the email in the form. Okay, now it is a time to run the query. So using this method, MySQLi query. So what it needs the database connection as a first parameter, and what is your SQL query. So this is my query. So if there is no problem, no errors in your query, it will work and it will display this message. If there is any problem in your query, you will see this error. Okay, so simple way of inserting the data. Okay, so here also they have shown you, I don't know where it is. This is the create program. See this one, insert data into MySQL. See, string values you must quote, yani put in quotations, but for the numbers don't put the quotes. Okay, and also for the null. Suppose I want to insert the null value. Here I can say like this. Okay, number, if you have any number, then don't put it in the quotes. Okay, so this is the way how you can work with your insert operation. Same program I modified. Okay, so this is the object oriented MySQLi. What I have shown to you is MySQLi connect, I think. Yeah, MySQLi connect. the next one in the 19th slide. Yeah, this one I have. This works for me. Same program, just to change this query. What data you, this is the static query. Here you have to change the values, but I am typing the values in the form. I am getting the values of the form and then binding those values in this query. So dynamically we are sending the data through the form instead of fixed values. If you want to again insert the record, means change the data in the program. So no need for me to change because I have this form. From this form you can post the data to the database. Okay, so this is the insert. So like this you do whatever you want here: update, delete, create table, create database, any type of SQL, put it here. Okay, so create table, insert, update, delete, all DML operations you can do. I will give you this one like this, only the what is a username, what is a password, what is a port number, like that. Then I say that you insert the data and you have to write this program. So you have to learn this one, you have to practice this one. So 5 steps are there. First do the connection, execute the prepare the SQL, this one, uh, execute the query and close the connection. If you are using select operation, select means you get the data. So if you get the data, then you put a loop and display. That is one extra step will come. Now step 1, 2, 3, 4. When you select, you will get 5 steps. Okay, so those are the things. Okay, see, one method, two methods, and the remaining is if condition only. Method 1, method 2, method 3. Yeah, they will give the program no, in the question they will say use this localhost, port number, username, password, database name, and try to insert the data in the student. Okay, then you can write this program, insert into student, like that. Okay, so this is the PDO. This is the most advisable way of writing the program because SQL injection attacks will be prevented if you use this type of programming style. Okay, PDOs, PHP data objects. So this is to insert the data into your SQL database. Now select the data using what is the change. See, you prepare the query. This is the query. Select star from students. Then execute the query. Find out how many, what are the records are there. You are going to find with the help of this method, fetch associative. So all your data will be stored in this one. Row of ID, row of first name, row of email, like that you have to display. Okay, so I will show you this program. What is this one? Select, no, select program. Yeah, this one. Look, this is the same what you have. First what we are doing, this, see, what is this one? You studied this one in lecture 5, I think. I don't want to repeat the connection steps again and again in every program. So I write 10 programs. I don't need to repeat the same code in 10 programs. What I am doing, I am creating one file. What is the name of the file? This one. In that file, I kept my database connection steps. So wherever I go, suppose this is a new program, I don't want again to what is a server name, what is a port name, what is a username, what is a password. I don't want to write, I don't want to repeat. Simply include that file. It will get the connection automatically. Now I saved this many lines of coding. 6-7 lines coding I saved here. I don't need to write again like 8 lines of program. Simply in one line I finished connection. Then prepare your query. Select data from this table. So we have this table here. See this test one. Okay, I have this many records. Okay, then I am checking the connection. If there is any error, it will display. Otherwise, this part of code will be executed. So I told you what is the way of executing this query. This is the method. So you must remember this method only. Remaining thing is a normal way of writing the program. For making a connection, that one, MySQL connect, this one. For executing the query, this method. For getting the results, this method. Fetch associative. And you are storing in the variable. Now you are printing here dollar row of what is the user. This is the column name in the database table. So what is the column name here? See this one, username. So I am using that same here, case sensitive. Password, small letters. So this one, whatever is there in the column name, same you write here. Okay, so that's it. It will display all the data from your database. And this one, it will count, this method will count how many number of rows are there in this table. This is the method MySQLi num rows. Then this will make your connection free. Close the connection. So now I'll run this program and show you. What is this one? MySQLi fetch associative. SSOC. Lecture 10. Do I have this? SQLi fetch associative. Okay, see the first step what it is doing in this program is it is going there and connecting to the database. Then see in my database this record I inserted, and how many total rows are there? 4 rows. Go and check, refresh this one. 1 2 3 4. So I delete this, I hammer the record. Okay, now again I run this program. Where is that? This program. Connected and see data connection successful. Total number of rows it is saying 3. Okay, 3 rows are there. It is retrieving me the last record, I think, in the output here. So what it is doing here, where is the program? This one. It is printing this one. The last row or the first row. First row it is printing. So you put the loop, then it will print all the data. Okay, total number of rows in this table is 3. I am counting with this method. Okay, what I am doing, I am just selecting. Select star from table name. Okay, so this is the way how you can write the select query. So insert query, select query. So this is another way using the MySQLi connect, the one which I show you now. See, always you have to use this method, MySQLi fetch associative. So, and you can print the data. Lastly, close the connection. So now prepared statements. So what you are doing in prepared statements is you are binding. See, you are going to write like this: question mark, question mark, question mark. What is this one is? It points to the first parameter column name in the database table, second column name, third column name. Okay. So why we use these prepared statements? To prevent SQL attack, injection attacks. But this one will improvise the performance of your application. It will not take much time to insert the data, to update the data, to retrieve the data if you use prepared statements in your program. So that's the reason we use this prepared statements. So how it works is it will parse your query, it will do the compilation process, and it will optimize the query. These are all the advanced concepts in understanding how the query is working. So every time you write a query, the program has to run the query. So when you are using prepared statement, your query will not be executed every time. Suppose I say now insert into student number 1, that is Mariam. Next time if I run the program, insert into student number 2 Hiyam. Then next number 3 is Hajar. Every time the program should check what you are writing in the insert into student then values. But if you use prepared statements, only first time it will check your query. Later on, only the database values will be changed. It will not compile your query again and again and again. One time if you write, first time only it will compile. Next time onwards, query is same, but only the values are changing. So in that way, faster, the application will work faster, it will take less time, and see, it will minimize the bandwidth. Network traffic you can reduce, okay, congestions you can overcome, you can send the data, huge amount of data, you can prevent this SQL injection. These are all the advantages. These are the advantages of prepared statements. So you may get this type of short answer, prepared statement short advantages. So, okay, what are the advantages of prepared statements? This is important, this one. Okay, so what is a style where you are, see here, insert into table name these columns and these are the values. So these values you have to set here. So first question mark is this one, John. Second question mark, this one. Then third question mark is this one. Then you execute the query. Okay, so they are trying to insert 3 values in this program. 1 2 3, then close the connection. Okay, so this is the way of writing the prepared statement. See, connection you are preparing and binding this column, this value, this column name, this value, for this column name, this value. Okay, so binding is the thing that you are doing here. So I will show my program for you. What is that one? PDO, prepared statement. See here. This one. This is using the PDO. So from this test one, what is there in test one? This one. I am going to display what is the password of this user. So that's why I write here username is equal to this one. So I am preparing this query. Now see, my query is like this, where username is equal to username. So I am not directly writing the string here. I am passing through the variable. Then I am binding the parameters. What is this username? This is binded with this local variable. Then run this one. So this will print this user data. So I will try to run this program and show you PDO prepared statement. PDO prepared statement. Name, I have to use same name. There is no underscore. Okay, now see the third, the user, this is the username, and what is the password? This one. So I am retrieving for this user what is the password. This is the array, associative array. In lecture 4 I think you have associative array, key value, key value. Okay, so that is this program. This program is doing that. So another example for you, the binding. Okay, see this one, another program. I am trying to select where username is equal to this one, and what is the username you are binding with. Okay, so another example for insert into. Here there is no prepared statement, but normal data I am sending. Okay, then prepared statement, that much, insert class, this. These are all to display the data. So you execute these programs I will give you. You can understand how to connect to the database and how to work with the database. So like this you have to show your creativity. So I have shown to you this one, like this is my website, simple HTML pages. This is nothing new. So you have 3 frames. This is the menu, this is the header and footer. So when you click that, you are displaying the data here. So I created one HTML file, and when you click this one, I am going to display, yani insert the data using the insert program. See here, where is that? This one, insert program. No, all insert means yeah, create. Insert means create. Update, read, delete. CRUD. So insert means you are creating. The update command is you. Read means select star from, and D means delete. Okay, these commands. So like this, you can design your project also. Maybe some login screen. So when you log in, use the session and display your name here. And you type this type of registration. I am using the example of student. You use maybe some other product or books, or any mobile phone. So data of mobile phone you are storing in and retrieving, update, delete, those operations you are doing like that. Okay, so this is the operations which I have. I think last class also I have shown to you some more operations now here. This one. See, this one is also one type of small program which will do all the CRUD operations. So what is this one? CRUD. There's a string. I want the string. So the CRUD slash insert dot PHP. Correct or wrong? This one. Why there is no connection? There is some problem with the connection. Last class I have shown to you this one. Port number. See, my program is having different port number, so you need to change this port. Okay, save. Now, okay, so there is data. The color is black. That's why there is a table. Which one? This. Okay. Okay. So insert, delete, update, read. operations. Hmm? No, like this is not advisable. This is only one program. This one you can split it into different tasks. This one. Okay. So yesterday I did this one, like this one I did. So registration. After that, when you register, I want to see the data. So that I was trying to do yesterday. This one I was trying to do, but I am getting some errors. Here the data is coming. Okay, see insert operation and select operation, this one. So view users, if you do here, you are getting this data. So I have to correct this program like this. Okay, so I will give you this one. So basically these are the operations you have to perform in your project. Okay, so insert, update, delete, those commands. So delete is also this one. See the program example. Just you are changing the query here. Delete from table name, where what is the ID. Okay. So in your program here, when you do the delete, where is that? This one. Just logic, understand the logic. See here, when I click this delete button, where is that? Yeah, this delete button. I am calling this query delete from table name, where what is the name I pass here? That name. Suppose I pass this one, so that will be stored here. Then that record is deleted from this table. Test2. See here you have this test2. So here you have all the data. So now where is it? This program. So if I delete, now go to database, refresh. See, one record is deleted. Okay, so display, so that record is not there. Okay, so like this you can do. So this is the delete operation with the three different ways of writing the program. They explain to you. One is MySQLi connect, another is MySQLi and PDO. Okay, so insert, yeah, last one is update. See, only thing, this is the query you are changing. So before it was see insert delete, now it is update. So if you understand these steps of connecting, and these are the common statements you write according to your requirement. So first make a connection, then prepare the connection, execute the query, and then perform the operations, close the connection. Okay, so updating the data using PDO objects is this one. Okay, so PDO, this all syntax I will give now. You can take it and exercise it. So where is that? Okay, so I will give this one for you. Insert back files. I don't want this one. Okay, this files I will give. Let's get it on the desktop. Okay, check your desktop now. My documents inside files. My, you got it? LEC MySQL.